Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise, get straight to the useful stuff. Today, we're tackling something that, well, often gets ignored, but is totally fundamental. You know the scene, right? Setting up a home office, maybe a gaming rig, or even a small studio, and bam, you're staring at this, like, complete tangle of cords. Every single outlet is taken. It feels like this constant battle just to get everything powered up. It's messy, maybe even a bit risky. So the big question is, how do you actually bring some order, some smart power, and real protection to a setup like that, especially when it keeps growing? And that's exactly what we're doing today. We're diving deep into a really interesting piece of hardware. It's the WolfPack rack mount 19AC outlet power strip. We're going beyond just, reading off features. We want to explore the engineering behind it, understand why it's way more than just your average power strip, and figure out the actual problems it solves, whether you've got a home media center or a pro server rack. Our source is a pretty detailed product description, lots of specs. We're going to pull out the important bits for you. Okay, let's unpack this thing. When you hear power strip, you probably picture that basic white bar right under the desk, maybe 6 outlets. Yeah.
The standard thing.
Exactly. But this WolfPack unit, it's really in a different league altogether. Get this, 19 AC outlets, 19, and 4 USB ports on top of that.
Wow.
That's not just more places to plug stuff in. It's about density and, well, smart distribution.
Right. And what's really fascinating isn't just the raw number, though that's impressive. It's how they're laid out. Very strategic.
Oh.
Think about it. 19 AC, 4 USB. That gives you the capacity for a whole ecosystem of devices, all from one spot, which is, critical for managing power in a complex setup. Instead of daisy chaining strips together, which, let's be honest, is common but pretty dangerous, can overload things, fire hazard.
Oh, yeah. Definitely seen that.
This centralizes everything into one robust, protected hub.
And that distribution you mentioned, that seems really key. You said 3 Y-spaced outlets on the front, and they're switched.
Correct. Switched on the front.
And 16 outlets on the back, rear-facing, and those are always hot.
Always on, yeah.
So why this specific setup, this kind of dual nature? What's the practical thinking there for someone building out a system?
Well, the cleverness is giving you both dedicated and flexible power options. Those 3 switched ones on the front, perfect for things you plug in and out often, like maybe a laptop charger if you're working there temporarily, or some test gear, a light maybe.
Stuff you don't need on all the time.
Exactly. You power them down without messing with anything else. But those 16 always hot outlets in the back, that's for your mission-critical stuff, your servers, network switches, your main AV gear. You plug it in, it stays on, period.
Prevents those oops moments where you accidentally kill the main server.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Avoids that common frustration. And the 4 USB ports, well, that's just essential these days, right? Keep phones, tablets charged without hunting for adapters.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, especially if you're serious about organizing your space. It's not just for sitting on a desk. It's designed primarily as a 1U form factor rack mount. Now, for people who know pro setups, 1U is standard, slim, fits in a 19-inch rack.
Single unit height.
But for someone maybe less familiar, what does that 1U design really mean in practice? And how versatile is it beyond just racks?
That 1U spec is, well, it's fundamental for using space efficiently. Think server rooms, recording studios, even high-end home theater cabinets now. Vertical space is gold.
Totally. Every inch counts.
So a 1U device just slides right in, keeps things clean, helps with airflow too. But like you said, it's not just for racks. Those detachable mounting flanges, that's a brilliant move.
So you can take them off?
Yep. Lets you reconfigure it super easily. Mount it on a wall, under a counter, maybe on a workbench. So if you need solid power distribution somewhere that's, far from an outlet, maybe a garage workshop or a specific corner of an office.
It gives you options.
Exactly. Flexible power, not just rack power. High density power wherever you need it.
Okay, power is one thing, protection is another. That's probably the first thing people worry about with expensive gear. We've all heard horror stories, right? Power surges frying thousands of dollars worth of electronics.
Oh, absolutely.
What are the really critical safeguards built into this WolfPack? Things people might miss. And how is it different from just a basic surge protector strip?
Protection is, it's paramount. And this is where it really steps up from a cheap strip. First, it has an integral surge protector built right in. That's your first defense. It absorbs those nasty voltage spikes, lightning, grid fluctuations, whatever. Stops instant damage.
Oh, okay, so baseline surge protection.
Right. But more critically, it has a built-in 15-amp circuit breaker.
Okay. Like in your house's breaker box.
Exactly like that principle.
Yeah.
It's an active safety measure. If the total power draw from everything plugged in goes over 15 amps, click. It shuts off the AC input automatically.
Preventing overload.
Vital for preventing overload. Overloads don't just damage gear over time with high current, they're a serious fire risk. A lot of cheaper strips have minimal protection, maybe just a fuse or nothing much at all.
So this is much more robust.
Absolutely. It's active protection for your investment. Real peace of mind.
I also spotted something, seems like a tiny detail, but probably really useful. The plastic cover encased power switch.
Huh, yeah.
It sounds small, but I can see how that prevents accidentally bumping the switch and powering everything down, especially in a packed rack.
Oh, definitely. That's a detail born straight out of real-world frustration. In a busy rack, or even just under a desk with cables getting kicked around.
Easy to hit it.
Super easy. An exposed switch is just asking for trouble. Imagine accidentally bumping it and killing your main server or a long video render. Disaster. That little plastic cover. Simple, but so effective. Just adds that physical barrier. Means things stay on, unless you mean to turn them off. Shows they understand how these things are actually used.
Moving on to some practical things that make it really versatile. Home studio, small server setup, whatever. It comes with an extra long 15 feet power cord. That's pretty long.
Yeah, 15 feet.
Most strips give you, what, 3 feet? 6 if you're lucky.
That 15-foot cable is a really significant plus, especially in rack setups. Often, the main wall outlet for the rack or the cabinet, it's just not right there next to it. Could be across the room.
Right, you need that reach.
This gives you that reach. No need for extra extension cords, which can get messy and, frankly, add another potential failure point or hazard. It just simplifies the install, keeps it cleaner, safer.
Now, something particularly interesting is its 110240V capability. It says it's suitable for worldwide usage.
Dual voltage.
That's huge, right? For anyone working internationally or moving gear around. And it goes further. It mentions being optimized for alternate waveform AC power from a UPS system, generator, or utility wall outlet. That sounds a bit technical. What does that mean in practice, that flexibility with power sources?
Yeah, the dual voltage is definitely a massive advantage. Makes it super adaptable globally. No need for big, heavy converters. But that alternate waveform bit, that points to some pretty solid engineering under the hood. See, most basic strips expect that nice, clean sine wave power you usually get from the wall.
Okay, standard utility power.
Right, but power from a UPS, especially a less expensive one, that uses a stepped sine wave or from a portable generator, that power can look different. The waveform isn't as smooth.
Ah, so it's not always clean power.
Exactly. This unit is specifically designed to handle those variations properly. It ensures it still delivers consistent, reliable power to your devices, even if the source isn't perfect, like from a backup generator or certain UPS types.
So your sensitive electronics stay happy?
Basically, yeah. It ensures power quality and stability, regardless of whether you're on grid power, backup power, or generator power. Really robust design thinking.
And they even thought about those annoying, bulky wall warts. You know the ones?
Oh, the bane of every power strip user.
Those huge AC adapters that block like 2 or 3 other outlets next to them drives me crazy.
Yep. Makes half the strip useless sometimes.
The description says it comes with extension cables, specifically little 4-inch and 6-inch ones for the rear outlets. That seems like a genius fix.
It's an excellent detail, yeah. You hit on a universal pain point there. Those little individual 4-inch and 6-inch extensions, they're just a brilliantly simple, practical solution to that exact problem.
Just enough to get the bulky plug out of the way.
Exactly. It lets you actually use every single outlet on the back. No wasted space because of a clunky adapter. It's a small thing, but it makes a huge practical difference. Saves you the hassle, saves you buying separate little pigtail adapters, shows they really thought about the user experience.
Now, just to give some context here, this is part of the WolfPack brand from a company called HDTV Supply, Inc. And this isn't some random brand. They mention being the 24-year global home for audio and video products. Rated exceptional top quality store, rated by Google Shopping.
So they have a track record.
Right. Seems like they know their stuff, especially in pro-grade gear. But what does being part of that bigger WolfPack ecosystem really mean for someone buying this power strip?
Well, it definitely places it within a larger established system of professional AV and IP gear. That's important context. Their status as an HDTV approved adopter. That's actually a big deal.
HDTV, what's that again?
It's a global standard for sending uncompressed HD video, audio, Ethernet, control signals, even power, all over a single long cable. High-performance stuff. Being an approved adopter means WolfPack gear, including this power strip presumably, is designed to play nice with other high-end AV systems. It meets strict industry standards for quality, reliability, interoperability.
So it's built to integrate properly.
Exactly. There's a level of trust there. And when you see other products they make, like WolfPack matrices, those are complex AV switchers or their tablet control systems. It suggests a whole approach where every piece, even the power strip, needs to be reliable and work seamlessly within a bigger professional setup. It's not just a standalone item, it's part of a system.
Okay, so let's bring it all together. What does this all mean for you, our listener? We've really dug into this WolfPack rack mount power strip. We've seen the impressive density, 19 AC, 4 USB, huge capacity. We've looked at that smart front rear switch design catering to different needs, temporary versus critical power. We covered the vital protection, the integral surge suppressor, and that robust 15-amp circuit breaker, way beyond basic safety.
Crucial features.
We explored the flexible 1U rack mount design, fits pro racks, but adaptable for walls or under desks too. And its global readiness, dual voltage, handling different power waveforms. Real versatility and reliability there. It really feels like a prime example of how, thoughtful engineering can turn something seemingly mundane, like a power strip, into a real cornerstone. A cornerstone for an organized, protected, and just plain efficient tech setup.
Yeah, absolutely. This deep dive really shows how even components we think are simple can have some sophisticated design behind them. It kind of encourages us, hopefully you too, to think more critically about that hidden infrastructure, the stuff supporting all our tech, whether it's your home entertainment, your office, maybe a server closet somewhere. Getting these foundational pieces right, power, cooling, cabling, is just so crucial for reliability, for safety, for things actually working smoothly. Choosing wisely avoids so many future headaches.
So here's a final thought for you to maybe chew on after this. How many other invisible bits of hardware are in your life? The cables, the connectors, those little unassuming boxes tucked away somewhere. How many of those are actually doing really crucial, maybe complex jobs that you just take for granted? Could they have hidden features or vital protections just waiting to be understood? Maybe taking a closer look at those foundational bits could unlock some unexpected improvements, maybe better efficiency, maybe just more peace of mind in your own tech world. Worth thinking about, right? Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep making your tech work better.